Greetings people, 'tis I, 480 volts, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XII. What's going on, I hear you say? You're not in the Great Crystal area anymore. Very astute, I'm actually here at the Fawn Coast. And the reason is, turns out, I screwed up. The last thing that I was trying to do there in the Great Crystal, I'll just tell you, it's fight another boss, an optional boss. I can't fight him just yet. And it's not because I can't beat him. Oh, I can beat him. I can beat him, well, I'm not gonna say easily, but I can beat him. But he's not available for the whooping he deserves just yet. And he will not be available until essentially I have completed every single hunt except for the very last one. But I have to accept the very last one, and the very last one will not become available until I've beaten all the other ones. And there's just a bunch of stuff I have to do, and he's not even available yet. So yeah, I screwed up. Oops. So I pretty much had to walk all the way out of the Great Crystal, and that means that when I do get everything situated, then I'll have to go all the way back into the Great Crystal, but you've already seen how I got there, so yeah. Now, one positive thing that happened is that, you know, I've completed all of the trophy rare games, so I'm turning in all of my trophies into these shady bongas. Whoever you choose to give the most to determines which rewards you get. You have to hand them all one at a time, which is kind of annoying, but I'm giving them all to attack. If you hand them over to stock, you'll get, that's the last trophy, isn't it? You've hunted all there is to hunt. Get yourself to the Hunt Master and he'll let you know who won. Don't be bashful now. If you give them all to stock, you will win. At the end of the day, you will win a Zodiac Esthutian or something like that. It's some shield that's... No, I'm sorry, that's armor. You get... No, that's block. Yeah, that's block. You get that from block, I'm sorry. Yeah, a Zodiac Esthutian, I don't know how you say it. It's a shield that protects against all thunder, makes you immune to thunder. Useless, and if you give it to stock, you will get a ribbon, which actually is decent. But I chose to give them all to attack, and you'll see why. Let's talk to this guy. Well, it seems you failed all the rare games out there. Let's have a look, shall we? Step right this way. Very well, let's see who won. Your attention, everyone. I'm not gonna waste time with formalities. Here goes. And the winner with 30 points is Weapon Procurer Attack. That's the announcement, take it or leave it. Huh? Expecting more fanfare, were you? That's not how we do things at the Hunt Club. There is a bit of a prize though, courtesy of the winner of our little contest. You deserve a reward for game well hunted. Well, I get a Zodiac Spear. Good work all, now back to the hunt. Yeah, if you let attack win, you can get a Zodiac Spear. What is the Zodiac Spear, you ask? It's, I think, the most powerful spear in the entire game. Yeah, 141 attack power, my goodness. Disable on hit, we're definitely giving that to Fran. In the PS2 version, you got this in the Necro Hall of Nabodis, in that one room, with that one special chest that may or may not be there, and it would not be there if you had gotten any of those other chests that I had told you about. You know, a couple times I was like, hey, don't get these chests over here in the original PS2 version. Yeah, getting any of those chests would negate your chance of getting the Zodiac Spear, but this is the Zodiac Age. We can get the Zodiac Spear that way. It is worth noting that just about everything you can get from these guys here, because I could also get various items from these guys too, now that I've given trophies to attack. And I may check that out in later, like, you know, between now and, you know, over the course of the next few days, I don't know. But it is worth noting that just about everything you could get from Bazaar packages if you sell the right stuff. The problem is getting the right stuff to sell. But anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way. Now, in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to Robin Oster. There's a hunt I want to pick up, and the bill for this becomes posted after you have defeated Fafnir. So I could have done this. See, if I had known, if I had remembered that this was all a thing, I would have done this. I would have done this before I went to the Great Crystal. Truth be told, though, I kind of want the Zodiac Spear for the next area that we go through. That is, you know, the next dungeon that we go through. So yeah, we got like 2 more dungeons to go through, and I definitely want the Zodiac. I kind of want the Zodiac Spear for one of them. So I guess it worked out in my favor, but yeah. Yeah, we'll return to the Great Crystal when we're ready to, but until that time, I was really getting hyped up for it too. But it's okay, it's okay. Anyway, after you have defeated Fafnir, you can talk to Mont Blanc, and he'll say, well, he doesn't really say anything special, but if we get to check for new marks, there is a new mark, the Behemoth King. Let's go ahead and accept this. It's a rank 7, so it should be difficult enough, but nothing we can't handle, right? Well, the petitioner is a guy named Kokmim, and he's in Lowtown. Legends tell of a colossal beast said to appear in a great field of virgin snow. Anyone interested in learning more? I'll tell him what I know. Yes, I'll go speak to the petitioner. This petitioner is down in Lowtown. And specifically, he's in Old Dallin's residence. So let's see if I can find it. Actually, oh man, I took the long way. Well, I guess it makes no difference. I'll just, I'll warp to the south gate. That's the quickest way over. Yeah, I was kind of annoyed because I was all set to get this one last boss fight, and I was like, oh man, I can't even get it now. I knew there were some conditions about it that were kind of iffy. And yeah, turns out you have to have accepted the last hunt to get him to show up. And you can't even, the last hunt will not become available until we have defeated all of the other hunts. That includes this one, so yeah. And there's another optional boss that we have to fight in order for the last hunt to become available too. So it's just, I've done all this before my initial test run, I forgot about it, so anyway. But yeah, here in Old Dallin's place, let's talk to this guy, Kokmin. Have you come about the Behemoth King hunt? I was starting to think no one would pay my petition any mind. I don't have much to offer in way of bounty. I'm being upfront about that. I hope that won't stop you. Oh, please. Every time they say that, they always give me something really good. So I believe you will give me something really good. I'm gonna hold you to that. If you don't give me something really good, I'm gonna be really pissed and I may have to start punching things. What do you say? Will you go on the hunt? Sure, I'll accept it. Thanks for hearing me out. Now where to begin? I heard a legend at Baromises, a legend of an untrodden snow-covered plain nestled deep in a treacherous wood. The legend holds that the gods sent a creature called the Behemoth King to this plain to watch over its lesser brothers. But if this plain is really untrodden, how does anyone know it exists? How could the legends be true? Is the legend no more than a fairy tale? Is this plain really untrodden? I mean to find out once and for all. If you can find proof that the legend is true, I'll tell you how it ends. Do it you must, only discover the truth. Behemoth King, the hunt begins. So clearly the solution is simple. We need to go to the area, find the Behemoth King, take a picture of him, and bring it back to the guy and be like, yo, the legend's true, he's out there. No, I didn't slay him, he looked nasty. No, apparently that's not good enough. Well, let's check our clan primer real quick. It's gonna be this one, Truth Shrouded in Mist. It says, the best way to lure out the Behemoth King is by defeating its subjects. Defeat all the monsters in the area and the king is sure to emerge. He's in this area, so what which is in the Feywood, and it's right outside Gurovegan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teleport to Gurovegan, because that's gonna be very close to where we need to go. And we'll just, no, we'll go this way. Yeah, I was feeling all proud of myself for how I was handling things, and I didn't realize I'd kind of screwed up, but it's okay. It just means that there's gonna be a break between when we fought Ultima Weapon and this other boss that I was wanting to fight. I was wanting to fight them back to back, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, so supposedly the Behemoth King can be found in this area, right? Well, I'll just tell you, he has a unique spawn condition. You have to kill all of the enemies in this area and that area, and then he should show up. Now, I'm gonna not make you sit through that. I'm gonna go ahead and kill all the enemies, because goodness knows this video is gonna be long enough, because if you thought Fafnir was annoying, hoo-hoo! You don't even know. All right, I'll meet you back when I've killed all the enemies here and here. Okay, I've killed all the enemies in both areas. You really don't have any way of knowing when you've killed them all. You just kind of gotta wander around, and after a while you're like, yeah, I haven't seen any enemies here or here. And then if you come back here and you see a big gnarly dragon type thingy lumbering around, you've got its attention. Now let me go ahead. I'm using this team again, the same team that we used when we defeated Fafnir. It's almost the exact same strategy. So like again, Vaughn has, you know, decoy, reverse, bravery, all in himself, along with haste. Not gonna do haste Tega because like the Fafnir battle, we're gonna try to keep him separated from the party. So the only person he's gonna worry about is himself. And then for the girls, literally the exact same thing, only they have the additional gambits for, you know, reverse and actually they don't need this. Reverse and decoy for Vaughn, as well as the Chronos tier for stop, just in case. Shouldn't be an issue, but just in case. And same with Penilla. She's also got the 2 haste gambits for herself and Ash. She might get separated from Ash and may not be standing right next to her, so haste Tega may not always hit both of them. This will also save just a little bit of MP. And as for equipment, Vaughn is wearing a power armlet. The girls are wearing bubble belts. Matter of fact, I need to, yeah, they're healed up to the max with the as far as they can go. As now, Vaughn, he's just gonna have to take his chances with his HP. Now, I'm gonna point something out real quick. I gave Ash back the golden skull cap. Do not give her, especially if you're gonna have her be reversed, do not give her the white mask or really anything that absorbs any kind of element. And this is something I need to point out. If you give somebody something that absorbs an element, say the white mask absorbs holy, when she gets hit by holy, she absorbs it, right? Well, if she were to then get hit with holy while she is reversed and wearing a white mask, the absorption, which would heal her, would then be reversed and it would actually damage her. So yeah, it cancels out. So just keep that in mind. Try to stay away from elemental absorption equipment if we're gonna mess with reversing things. But let's go ahead and turn these gambits on and face our foe. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, this is gonna be in post commentary after the fact. There he is. So let's do this. Okay, so right off the bat, he's got reflect on him, so we're gonna wanna take care of that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get a dispel on him. But yeah, this is the Behemoth King. He's basically Fafnir, but bigger and meaner, really. Yeah, he likes to cast Ardor and stuff like that. Now, okay, he also has a tendency to just sometimes kill people, like, with one hit, so yeah, you might have to be resurrecting Vaughn a lot, or whoever your tank is. In this case, it's Vaughn. But yeah, of course, I'm making sure everybody's, you know. By the way, I went into another thing I forgot to show in my gambits was that I have Ash and Penelo set to attack foe with lowest HP. Although it could be any foe, like it just attack whatever. But they are attacking foe with lowest HP. They're no longer attacking party leader's foe. So that way, when you know Vaughn, because Vaughn's got to like put like 20 buffs on himself, and so while he's doing that, they can still be attacking. And if I didn't mention already, I've got Penelo with the sword of. Or the Save the Queen sword, because I just, you know, she will attack faster and build her MP up quicker and stuff like that. Now the biggest problem here with this method, with having both of the girls reverse, is they don't have a lot of opportunities to heal yourself. And you notice we are all taking damage, even though we're reversed. That's because this guy has a return damage effect on him. So when you attack him, you get damaged a little bit. Now it's not much, but it adds up after a while. And so every once in a while, you will see I will have Penelo cast, or I will have her attack herself really, and try to build her HP back up. I didn't have to do it that much with Ash for some reason. I swear, like Penelo just doesn't have that much HP, even with Bubble. And yeah, he just cast Sloga just now, which I'm not worried about because we're constantly casting haste when we don't have it. He can inflict stop on you, which is why we're all wearing power armlets, or why Vaughn is wearing a power armlet, I should say. So I don't really care about the girls because they're not they're not really going to be front and center most of the time. Because again, we're keeping the attention focused on Vaughn here. I mean, but it's essentially the same fight as Fafnir, just you know, just longer, unfortunately. Yeah, you thought the Fafnir fight was long. Yeah, this one is even longer. And I mean, he doesn't put you to sleep, so there's that. But yeah, we're just I think that's basically everything I need to really talk about. He does I mean, at this point it's just a matter of beating him. But yeah, he this guy, to me, this is what you call too much. Like, they went a little bit overboard with this guy, and unfortunately, cause like it's just gonna take a while. I mean, okay, you want a hard, powerful boss, fine, but did they have to make it so dang long? But okay, whatever. Okay, and he just killed Vaughn again. And like, still, like, compared to some of the other fights that we will be fighting, this one's actually not even that bad. But yeah, it's like, this game has a fascination for really long, overly drawn-out bosses. Because, okay, here's what I was waiting for. He has now put up a paling to where he is immune to physical damage. Now, for some reason, there is a glitch that you can exploit, where if you cast a Rise on him a few times, he will remove the paling. I don't know why that is there, but it is. Usually, it takes about 2 or 3 arises to get him to drop it. Now, for some reason, in this recording, he was trolling me, and I had to cast Arise like 5 or 6 times each time he put up a paling for this to work. But like, if you go on websites and like Final Fantasy 12 Wiki or whatever, like, even they will say, like, oh yeah, you can drop the paling if you cast Arise on him a couple times. This applies to basically any version you play. So I don't know why that's there, but we're going to exploit it, because the last thing I need is a paling for this guy to make himself even more long and drawn out. I still think Ultima is a harder boss than this guy, because yeah, okay, you can beat Ultima far quicker, to be sure, but this right here is all we're doing. I mean, we're just it's the same thing over and over again. It's rinse and repeat. It's not, I'm not constantly having to like change my tactics to fit the situation like I did with Ultima. Oh yeah, he does cast Dark a lot, so make sure you're protected against make sure you're not absorbing Dark equipment or Dark Elemental if you're using Reverse. Now, if you don't have Reverse, if that was not a spell in this game, then yeah, I don't know how you're beating this guy. Okay, now he's no longer... See, now he's immune to magic, and he's no longer immune to physical attacks. And here I just decided to speed it up, because we've essentially seen the whole fight now, and now we just need to get his HP down. And I'm not kidding, this fight took about 15 to 16 minutes. It's crazy. But yeah, I just decided to speed it up, get some epic music going on. But yeah, this is just... Now, he does, when you get him to about half health, or a little more than half health, he casts Greater Barrier, which is a bunch of, you know, status buffs, Protect and Shell and all that good stuff. And I can't dispel it well, now I can. I couldn't dispel it because he was immune to magic, you see, but now he dropped that paling, and so now you just dispel that when you can, and then you just wail at him. And you get him to about 3/4 of the way or so, and he starts to... Oh, maybe it's my imagination, but it seems like his defense may go up just a little bit. Because it seems like the last bit of health takes forever to get down. But yeah, I mean, this is just set up the pattern and keep it going. And you know, whenever he does the barrier, just or whenever he does the paling, rather, just keep casting a Rise on him a couple times. Yeah. Beyond that, there's nothing really to say. I mean, like, yeah, it's over the top, but like after a while, you realize that you're not even doing much. You're basically just holding your controller and watching this screen, and occasionally, you know, entering commands. Whereas with Ultima, I was like scrambling. My fingers are like flying across the controller all the time. Now the hardest part is like, yeah, when Reverse runs out, and it's like trying to get it set up again. And he even managed to kill Ash there for a second because Decoy ran off and then he turned on them, and then Reverse wasn't in effect for Ash at the moment, and then he turned on her. So yeah, and he does, okay, he also inflicted the virus status. He can do that. It's the only time he did that this particular time, but I just had one of the girls cast Cleanse on him to take care of that. But yeah, this fight is a bit much. And like I said, this isn't even the worst. Oh, you haven't even seen the worst. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I think he just has like a, I don't know if that's like a one-hit kill move he has, or if just every once in a while he manages to hit Vaughn when there's no reverse in effect. Also, sometimes decoy doesn't always work on him, so this is why I have reverse on the girls, but we got him. Behemoth King vanquished. Ah, that took what, 15 minutes? It actually was quicker than I thought it would be. Oh man, that's an annoying battle. All right, let's get these gambits off. Oh my gosh. All right, now I'm going to I'm gonna turn in this hunt, so I'll meet you back at the spot. Okay, we're back here at old Dallin's place. Let's talk to this dude right here. The Behemoth King, you defeated it? Then the legends were true. Incredible! There was one thing I didn't tell you before you left. A friend of mine had also gone searching for proof of the legend, but he never came back. I needed to know that he hadn't thrown away his life chasing after a child's crib tale. I did say I'd tell you how the legend ended, didn't I? And when the Watcher of the developed Deepwood should fall, its slayer shall look to the stone-hewn worm and know joy. Though cold stone shall never stir again, a blow struck true by Slayer's hand shall find warmth in the worm's elation. This is hardly enough to thank you for the trouble I put you through, but I suppose it's better than nothing. What do we got? What? 250 gil and 2 Bacchus wines? Are you serious? That is not a reward. That's an insult. That's like spitting on my face. I went through all that for that? Are you kidding me? Oh, now I'm mad. I'm mad. I need to punch something. I don't mean like in real life 480 needs to punch something. Like, I'm even more mad than that. Like, I need Vaughn to physically punch something. And I know just the thing. Okay, we're back here at Mount Baromises. Do you remember way back in the day when we first came here, I walked past this one rock and I said, man, that looks like a nice rock to punch. If I was ever mad and needed to punch something, this would be the rock. Yeah, it was this rock right here, the worm snout. I meant it. Let's punch this thing. See, look, the game agrees with me. It says it juts out ominously, ripe for the striking. Let's strike it. Oh, this may not be a good place to draw a weapon. Screw it! I don't care, I need to punch something. If you don't want to draw your weapon, then free your hands out by removing your weapon, for goodness sake. Try it now. Ugh, that felt much better. Oh, something fell out of it. Worm snout plunder? You obtain 500,000 gil and the Rod of Faith. Yeah, no, I was just messing with you. No, you need to actually do that. You go to him, he gives you the pathetic excuse for a reward. You come here, you put your weapon away, and you can punch this thing. It was kind of in the legend that he told you. He basically said, like, he said something about the rock, the stone, the worm snout of stone or something, and that's what this is called. And it said something about the snout is cold. And they mentioned something earlier about Baromises being connected to the legend and said, and when you strike it, you will know joy or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of like it's like Moses striking the rock and getting water from it. I don't know. Anyway, we got money is all I care about. We got a ton of money. I'm set for money forever. Like, I don't need money. I don't need to worry about anything. I could buy whatever I wanted. And I could buy out the guys, the outfitters in the Fawn Coast. Anyway, let me look at this Rod of the Faith, see if that's any better than, No, it's not, actually. The Save the Queen sword is better. It does cast Faith on hit, though. That's interesting. But I'm not going to use it. But there it is. Well, anyway. That's going to be it for this video. In the next video, we'll do an even more annoying boss. Aren't you excited? Yeah, you thought this guy was annoying? Oh no, you have no idea. You have no idea. Thank you so much for watching. My name's 480volts. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And I will see you next time. Pieces.